I can't hear you, Josie.
Okay, you can hear me now? Fantastic. Well, I've just been welcoming all of you by name. So I won't do it all now because we'll be here for half an hour and we'll take up all the time. It is so wonderful to welcome some of you back and to welcome all of the newbies that are joining us tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name's Josie Thomson, and I'm your facilitator this evening for our mindfulness meditation practice. Can we just, before we start, make sure that everybody's on mute? Just make sure your devices are set for mute so that we can minimize any background sound. Fantastic. Great. I want to start by asking you all to give me a big smile, and let's just decide to be happy to be here together connecting this evening. And I really want to thank you and acknowledge you from my heart for making this time for you. This is a commitment of time that you forged out of your day, out of your week, to just tune in and make yourself a priority and hopefully cultivate some greater calm and peace in these sometimes pretty crazy times. So welcome and well done. So I want to give you permission now to put your day to one side and allow yourself to be fully present right here, right now. Decide that you're going to wind down and just have a break from your busy week. And let's start to cultivate some ease for our evening together. Now, these sessions will be recorded, so you'll have access to the recordings for replay at any time you like. And as a default, you're set to be on mute, which means that you can hear me now, and we'll just minimize any distractions in the background. Now, if you have any comments, there should be a chat box at the bottom. When you click that little icon for chat, a window will open up on your screen and you'll be able to type in any questions that you might have into the chat box. And I'll stick around after our practice this evening and I'll answer any of the questions that you put in there. Now, these guided meditations are actually my gift, my birthday present to you for the whole month of April. Now, just so that you know, I have been trained in neuroscience, also mindfulness coaching, and more recently, workplace mindfulness facilitation. This practice is a form of awareness training in mindfulness, and it has personally supported me through some pretty significant adversities in my life, including cancer recovery twice, and also marriage breakdowns and some other major crises that I've experienced, including, you know, grieving deaths, and a bit like what's going on now with all the changes that are going on in our lives. We have to acknowledge the reality of the emotions that we're feeling. And some of those emotions might be fear, definitely anxiety, definitely stress, some of you even in overwhelm. And believe it or not, there's actually a sense of grief where our normal routines have been completely taken away. And all of a sudden we're expected to just set into a different routine. And in that, a big adjustment can create a sense of grief. And that isolation can also create a sense of grief. So it's important that we just acknowledge the reality of it and know that even though we feel that, we can also at the same time cultivate an inner space that allows us to still feel a sense of calm and peace, even though these things around us might not be what we really want them to be at this time. So I'm going to guide you through a practice that is all about letting go today. Letting go of stresses, letting go of worry or frustrations, and just returning to a sense of peace. Now, as I go through this guided meditation with you, if your mind wanders, and it's pretty much guaranteed that it will, because that's what it does, especially when we're under threat, right? All I need you to do is just notice that your mind has wandered, because that's really good practice in mindfulness for you to notice that your mind has wandered, and just gently bring your focus back to your breath. If you can bring your focus back to your breath and notice yourself breathing, you are being mindful right here, back in the moment. And that's what we want. Now, this is a space for us to connect, to reflect, and also to reset from our busy lives. And also ease into the evening so that hopefully you'll even have better sleep. And I've even had feedback from people this week saying they've slept better than they have in a long time. So I'm happy for that to be the case, but not while we're meditating, okay? So this is just 30 minutes. So there's no need for you to worry about anything at all. I'm going to take care of all the logistics. I want you to sit tall, and I want you to surrender and follow my guidance and allow yourself to enjoy just being here together, connected, and just enjoy this experience. Now, your only job is to manage your environment and minimize any distractions. So if you do happen to have a mobile phone around, I want you to turn it off or put it on silent and put it on the ground so that it's nowhere in sight. Now, it's important to just give yourself permission and allow yourself to be here now. Permission to simply be. You don't have to be anywhere else. You don't have to do anywhere else. Just be here now. Make sure that you're on mute, please. That would be great. Now, I've sent you an email with all the details about these sessions, and I want you to feel really safe and comfortable to just give it a crack. There's no previous experience required. I'm going to be facilitating different types of meditation every night. So these meditations will also occur on the weekends as well. And all I need you to do is just be open and just try them out. Notice which ones work better for you. Notice which ones don't really resonate, so that later on you can decide these are the ones I like, and you can go back and listen to the ones that you really like. And what's really wonderful about this is not only do you not require any previous experience, you don't have to go and buy yourself a new yoga outfit, all right? You can do this in the comfort of your home, in comfortable clothing, in your own surrounds, where you will be more at ease, no one else kind of around you. Now, for you to make the most out of this session, you need to have what I referred to in the email as a beginner's mind. In other words, approach this practice with an openness and a freshness. Have no real expectation at all, and that way you won't be frustrated. Every evening will be different. So just be here and be open to the experience and empty your mind of thoughts. Just observe what's going on and pay attention. If you notice there's lots of thoughts coming in, one thing that, two ideas I'll give you. One is just observe them and let them float past like a cloud. The other idea that might be useful is to imagine a box sitting beside you. And as the thoughts come in, I want you to imagine just dropping the thoughts into the box and then bringing your mind back to the present moment. So let's begin. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to roll your shoulders up and then drop and release them as far as they go down. So let's do it again. Roll them up and drop and release, and see if you can get them a little lower this time. Awesome. So sitting tall, both feet on the ground, and your hands just resting gently on your lap. And I want to imagine a string from the base of your spine all the way up your back, up to the top of your head, pulling up. And that's the posture I'd like you to hold. By sitting tall, it really creates a bit more space in our abdomen so that we can breathe easier. And it keeps us awake so that we don't fall asleep. Now, I invite you now to gently close your eyes, if that's comfortable for you, or simply have a soft downward gaze in front of you. and start to bring your attention inward. And let's just take a couple of breaths together. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in deeply. And give a little sigh coming out. Do that again. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And let out a little sigh. Just release any tension in your body. Now let your body be heavy. And give yourself permission to let go of your busy day, of your busy mind, just for the next little while. Just be present right here, right now. Your breath is natural. Breathing through your nose. Breathe in deep and breathe out long. Breathe in deep and breathe out long. Notice the sense of letting go as you breathe in deep and breathe out long. As we begin, remember we have no expectations, no judgments, just simple observation. Breathe in deep. Breathe out long. Breathe in calm. And breathe out peace. Tonight's practice is centered around letting go. It's a silent, simple repeating of phrases in your own mind with exhalations. This helps us to lighten the emotion that accompanies things that might be bothering you. It may be shaking off an unpleasant work meeting or something minor that's been irritating you. Just telling yourself to let go isn't easy, but this meditation will help your practice in actually letting go. It's important now to become aware of your thoughts so that you can observe them and decide you may want to change them. Ultimately, your thoughts are under your control. You create them and you can decide how they influence your life. Our thoughts influence our emotions, and over time, they may greatly influence our state of being. You may, if you wish, set the intention to let go of unwanted thoughts and emotions so they don't build up within your body. So to prepare, I want you to think about one situation, not too big, not too serious, but one situation that you'd like to work on during this meditation. Now, identify the specific emotion associated with that situation. So take a moment to label the emotion. For example, it might be frustration or guilt or fear or anxiety or disappointment. Take a moment to identify the emotion associated with the situation that we want to let go of tonight. Now I'd like you to note the intensity of this emotion. I'd like you just for yourself to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 has the highest intensity. Now take a moment to feel the emotion in the body. What does it feel like? Just notice it. Just observe. Where do you feel this emotion in your body? Is it in your belly? Is it in your chest? Maybe it's in your throat, or it's in your head. Just notice where you feel the emotion. Just observe and breathe. Now as you breathe, expand your breath into your entire torso. So breathe in and feel your abdomen rise. And notice it fall. Notice your lungs expand with each breath. And release. Be conscious of how you breathe. Breathe in slowly and fully and gently, and release. Breathe in deep, exhale long. Breathe in deep, exhale long. Now focus on the situation that you've chosen. Remember the emotional label that you gave to it, and bring the image of this situation into your mind's eye, and allow yourself to just feel the emotion, to see it in your mind's eye and feel the emotion. Just breathe. That's it. Now say to yourself several times, I am ready to let this go. I want you to label the emotion. So it might be, I am ready to let this fear go. Or I am ready to let this frustration go. Whatever the emotion is for yourself, I want you to say to yourself, I am ready to let this, name the emotion, go. So I'm ready to let this anxiety go. Now you're ready to start the silent phase of letting go. You will be repeating it to yourself and synchronizing it with your deep breathing. So take a long, slow, deep breath in and say to yourself silently, let it happen. And on the exhale, I would like you to say to yourself, let it go. In breath, let it happen. Out breath, let it go. In breath, let it happen. Exhale, let it go. Again, inhale slowly. Let it happen. Exhale long. Let it go. On the exhalation, really exhale with the intention of breathing out and releasing that emotion, all of it. Let it happen. Let it go. See your exhaled breath as a smoky color being directed out of your body and into the environment. Let it happen. Let it go. Over the next moment of quiet time, simply repeat, let it happen and let it go. And really try to release the emotion from your body. Feel the release on your exhale. Let it happen. Let it go. Let it happen. Let it go. Now continue on your own for a couple of minutes. One more breath. Now you can relax and stop saying the phrase. Being gentle with yourself, return your breathing back to normal and just rest for a moment. Good. I'd like you now to just check in with yourself. How do you feel in this moment compared to when you started this meditation? Has the emotion decreased? What number from 1 to 10 would you give it now? Just notice. There's no right or wrong answer. Sometimes the mind and body might not feel any different, but just know that by being in a state of meditation and repeating the phrase, you've instructed your subconscious mind to release some or maybe even all of that emotion. Using this meditation during the day to calm yourself down, even if only for a few minutes, can be a very effective way to bring peace and balance to a difficult moment. So feel free to use this "let it happen, let it go" phrase anytime during your day. Now, let's take the time to slowly end our meditation. Please take some deep, slow breaths. Begin to bring your awareness back into this form. Move your feet, feeling the contact of your feet on the floor. Move your fingers and your hands. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. There you are. I invite you now just to check in with yourself. How are you feeling? What is your state of being right now? So if you'd like to share in the chat box, what are you feeling? Remember, there is no right and wrong answer, no judgment, just simply observe. More connected, inner quiet. Beautiful, thank you, Russell. More calm, thank you, Barbara. Gabby, feeling rested, calm, relaxed. Relaxed, content from Lee. Sally says much calmer. Amy, more powerful and stronger, beautiful. Anthony, lighter. Anne-Marie, relaxed. Michelle, very relaxed, more at peace. Okay, steady, calm, thanks Wayne. Rosa says, much calmer, more relaxed. Jane, ready for deep sleep, fantastic. Much calmer from Diesel, wonderful. I'm really curious also to ask you, you don't have to share the emotion that you were seeking to clear tonight, but how did the rating change for you? What did it start at and where did it end? If you could share that with me, the rating, what was the first number and what was the last number? For me, the emotion that I worked with was grief. I had a close cousin pass away a week ago and the funeral was online just the other day, and it was really hard to not be there for my family. So I started off at a 9 and I got down to a 2. So here we go. We've got 8 till 6, 6 down to 2, 8 to 2, beautiful, 5 to 2, 10 to 3, beautiful, 9 to 4, 10 to 5, 10 to 4, 6 to 4, 8 to 2, 9 to 4, 6 to 2. Fantastic, that's wonderful. Thank you so much, Victoria, 9 to 6. Thank you for sharing. That little practice looks simple, but it's something that can truly assist and aid you out of really stressful moments throughout your day. I really it's now at 8:30, and I really want to thank you all for sharing this space together tonight. I hope you've enjoyed this mindfulness meditation session. I'm offering these every night for the month of April, including the weekends, and I'm also doing them at midday through weekdays as well. Feel free to share these meditations with your friends. And if you've got any questions, I'm going to hang around for a little while, so I'm happy to help answer any of those questions. I'm going to stop the recording now, and if you'd like to wave goodbye, if you need to leave now, please do that. Otherwise, hang around and I'll answer your questions. So may you be safe, may you be calm, and may you be well. If you need to leave now, I'll see you next time. Bye.